check out for you today? How's he looking? That stuff goes with it.
Yeah, it was great to have him with the group. First time for him. And really, I mean, November 17th, what is it, 16th or 17th? It's the first time we've had all 14 guys available for a practice. So that's exciting. Gabe and LeBron were both full participants. Marcus and Rui as well. I would say Marcus and Rui, I would expect them to be available tomorrow. Gabe and LeBron, that's TBD on those two, but good to have the whole group together.
Going off all that, here you are at 10-4. How would you assess that first month for you guys? A lot of great wins, especially that bouncing back, with 2 wins on the road at the end.
We lost our way a little bit on the trip, but we found it. Got back to what we're kind of defining as Laker basketball. And the 14 games, there's these things, the NBA, they just fly by. But I think we've established kind of the formula for putting ourselves in a position to win basketball games, and we just need to continue to build on that. It's a season-long building process, and the guys have been bought into that, and we're heading the right direction, particularly with the health and the way we finish the trip.
With LeBron, is it as simple as if he's able to play, he'll play, or is it factoring in things like, the schedule does allow for 3 practices. I think you guys have 3 other practices scheduled before your next game. Like, there could be more of an extended wrap-up, or is it just, if he's good at this point?
Well, he could probably answer that better than I can. There's a lot of factors that go into it. I would, first of all, you gotta have the win to be able to go play a basketball game. That's he's still building that up. There's only so much you can do during the RTP for the injury that he's had. So that's one factor. The schedule for sure is another factor. I know he's itching to play and itching to return. What his minutes look like, that's another factor. So we'll make a decision. We got to see how he responds to today and what he feels like tomorrow morning. But whenever it is, we're excited to get him back.
Were you able to push him pretty good today?
Yeah, we did. We did a lot of live basketball, so he was able to participate in everything.
How did he look alongside Luka and Austin?
Great. He looked great. Yeah, it was fun to watch.
What was the reaction like from his teammates having him back on the floor? Really, so the first time.
Yeah, we talked about it in film. We got a new player today. Everybody's excited. He introduced himself. It's. I think all these guys, when you whether it's Jake or DA or Marcus, you make a decision to come join the Lakers. Part of that is you get to play with LeBron, and so I think it's exciting for everybody to have him out there.
Well, LeBron's LeBron, but given the length of his absence, what things do you anticipate being just plug and play, and what are things that you think can take some time as far as the inquiry goes?
I think when you add somebody who, when healthy, is going to play 35-ish minutes, that has an effect on the rotation. That has effect on guys' rhythm. Like, that's just a natural thing that I think happens for any basketball team. There's some continuity from last year with AR and him and Luka that I think we can build on. But truthfully, you can't anticipate whether it's going to be seamless or whether it's going to be choppy. It's just basketball. It's a little formula of things you got to add, and if you put too much cinnamon in there, your cookie's not that good. So we gotta tinker with it, and we will.
Sounds like a guy doesn't like cinnamon.
I like snickerdoodle.
What's the dialogue been like between you and LeBron? Off season, training camp, preseason, regular season, 14 games thus far, in terms of what you guys are doing, even though he's been out of the lineup?
Consistent. That'd be the way I would describe it. There's, in terms of an X's and O's, there's not a whole lot that we've done differently. We've added a couple wrinkles to things. There's one different set we talked through it the day we introed it before the first Minnesota game. So I think he's comfortable. There was nothing today that we had to stop and be like, "Hey, LeBron, remember we do this." Now he's pretty dialed. He's been a participant in terms of his voice in film and his voice on the court in practice. So he's been engaged.
And if you think you have to kind of wait and see how his body responds to the day, the decision on him most likely wouldn't be made until tomorrow for the Utah game.
That'll be a conversation with him and Mike and the performance team.
Last question. There has been obviously some discussion about, like, you guys have built out your culture, you're 10-4, and you're adding obviously this huge piece. But I guess just in your time around LeBron, how adaptable has he been, and how do you think that will affect his ability to integrate?
I would describe him as very adaptable. Not just in my time, but he's adapted throughout his career to the system, his teammates, what the game requires. The league has evolved. He's evolved. That's why he's still in year 23 and coming off a All-NBA season in year 22. I think he's always been able to adapt. And again, it's not like the playing with Luka, playing with this version of AR. It's not like he hasn't done that already. He did it for 2.5-3 months last season. So I don't expect it to be perfect, but I also don't expect it to be like, oh, these guys have never, seen each other and met each other and don't know each other's names. They know what each of them bring, and I think it'll be fairly positive from the get-go.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Let Dan have all this.